So for the first past drawing using your implements across the paper, we are going to start with the simplest of drawing techniques, which is a blind contour drawing of an organic object. And so when I say blind contour, what that means is with your implement, you're going to, with a continuous line, meaning you never pick the implement up off the sheet of paper, you're going to try to draw the contours of the object. What that means are all of these lines that you do see, the shape of the object, any type of detail you can try to put in. However, you're meant to continuously draw one line essentially for the entire object. And so really focus on the contours, the outside lines of this object. But if you'd like, you can go in, if you start to see other shapes and lines, you can definitely put them in. However, you should not be looking at the drawing. Your eyes should be on the object at all times, and your implement never leaves the surface of the paper. So, for this first one, I'm going to use the vine charcoal. I'm just going to look directly at the object and not my drawing, and I will never lift the implement up off the paper. Simple as that. And it's not too bad. It's very gestural, it's quick. It's not meant to be a finished drawing at all. What it's meant to do is to get your eyes and your mind and your hand coordinating together on the page. So it's great for this type of project to do quick gestural blind contour drawings. We'll take a little bit more time with them, but definitely want to see at least 5 blind contour drawings with the vine charcoal. And you can focus in on certain areas if you like, but all it is just to get muscle memory into practice. You're basically following the object with your eyes, and your hand is responding to your visual stimulus. You see that I kind of follow my line to get back up to a new area. So it's not bad. Now, that is blind contour. Next, we are going to take our 2B pencil, which you need to sharpen, and we are going to do semi-blind contour. And once again, this is just, I'm using my cheaper sketchpad paper, and semi-blind means that you will continue to have a continuous line across the page, but you can every once in a while reference your page to make sure that not everything is off in the corner while something else is at the bottom. So semi-blind is a touch more control because you reference back to your page. Your eyes aren't completely on the seashell. And you can use any organic object you have. And these are generally pretty quick. I don't want you spending any more than a minute, minute and a half on each of these. If you see that your drawing needs to be readjusted, just continue the line and readjust. Because you're just trying to get the contours of this object. So I've taken my pencil off so it's not continuous, but now we can kind of go in and do the contours of the other side of the shell here to make this interesting shape there. It's really almost like you're feeling the object with your eyes and your hand follows suit. Multiple sensory experience. I'm following the contour of the shadow, actually. So any contours, any line, any kind of outline that you can see, with the semi-blind contour, put it in. Put in as much information as your eyes can see. So that's the semi-blind. So you can see it's a bit more controlled than the blind contours. And so the more of these studies you do, the better. I want to see at least 5 each of whichever object you're doing. And if you'd like, you can shift the object so you get a slightly different angle. But I really want to see that kind of flow where you're just looking at the object and laying down the contours, which are what we would call edges, the edges of the object. And you're not going for precision. You're just spending time looking at the object and having your hand follow. It's a bodily experience. What your eyes feel, what your eyes can see, is what you're trying to lay across the page.